Hello fans. Today, well, let me back this up a little bit. Earlier last week, I was trying to figure out a new way to make my rotisserie chicken. I love rotisserie chicken, and I have the Showtime rotisserie machine, which you guys will see later in this video. And then it came to me. I am going to inject liquefied bacon fat into the meat of a chicken and then rotisserie. So I like my bacon fat as pure as you can get it. So I mean, pure. As you can see, this right here is the bacon fat I have. It has a little bit of crumbles on the bottom, but mostly you can see right here. This is all just bacon fat. And the way that I do it, I don't actually. The way that I get this bacon fat is it's gonna come off sounding really weird because I'm a huge bacon fan. I love cooking bacon all sorts of ways in the oven, on the skillet. I have a griddle. I love cooking it on the griddle because you can just do like so much bacon and eggs and everything at the same time. I like cooking food in my bacons, but for when I'm just wanting just bacon, I actually use the microwave. It's a plastic container that I have. I got this at Walmart, and it has 3 bars on the top, and all the instructions are on the bottom, right here. And it says 35 or 30 seconds to a minute per slice. Well, I have 16 slices of bacon on here, and all of the, notice it's in a tray and it drips into the tray. So literally it just takes all of the bacon fat and it just puts it right in this tray, and it comes out so clean. So if you want to use it later for cooking. But anyway, so 16 slices, and I do mine for 45 seconds. So that's 16, 45 seconds, 12 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in for 12 minutes, and then I'm going to show you how pure the bacon fat actually comes out. So on to the next. Oh, and before I go, I'd like to point out that I'm actually using my new selfie stick again. It's not my new. I've actually had it for a while now. But I wanted to show you the awesomeness that is a selfie stick. So, oh, and if you watched my video from yesterday, I did that 5K, the 3 bridges, and this is the shirt that I got in my race packet. So it's the 3 bridges run 5K. So, and then it's a large, but it's kind of a tight fitting large, but feels good. The material's super soft, so that's why I'm wearing it. And then this is the selfie stick that I actually use. Is that upside down? It is. So this is a selfie stick that I use. Notice it has the like the GoPro looking mount on it, but it also has the phone mount that you can. It's got the rises, so it pinches it really nice. And then see if I can set my phone up so you can kind of see how this works a little bit. Let's see, is this working? Sorry, making you dizzy. I'm trying to put you on the stove. Close enough. So if you can see, you just twist. So one click, it does one of them. Do it again, and keep going. So, and then it's really sturdy. It's got a tripod that you can take on and off. Definitely a huge fan of this thing. So anyways, I'm not gonna hold you anymore and do that. Oh, and the removable remote control for it, which also clips, this Velcro, so you put it right on the selfie stick itself. So anyways, I'm gonna make my bacon, 12 minutes, then I'm going to inject it. So see you in a minute. The bacon's done cooking, and as you can see, it has shriveled because it's cold in here. Wait, no, that's not why bacon shrivels. So it shriveled, and so what I'll be doing now is I'm actually just going to be moving. Be careful, it's very hot because kind of like just grabbing cooked bacon. Make sure you wash your hands because you're grabbing hot. You don't want to hurt the bacon. Anyways, okay. So, all right. So got the today's snacks. Yeah, pack of bacon, because, oh man. Now, remember, I said I do mine at 45 seconds a slice. It comes out kind of like this. It's a little soft right now, but as it cools off, it does get crunchier. But it's not overly done, and it's like cooks so great. I mean, see if I can find a more. So this one here is way more done. As you can tell, it's got firmness to it, maybe because it's doubled over. But anyways, it's still firmer. I like mine a little softer. This is not a Yeti plug or anything. I will say, I'm a huge fan of Yeti product. So, you hear that ice from yesterday? I just keep replenishing the beverages until the ice goes away. The ice will melt enough until it reaches the temperature inside which that it can, I don't know, science. Anyway, so I got my bacon fat in here, as you will see here in a second. I'm going to pour it in here. Now, as I showed you on the other one, there are still some brownie things in the bottom. But, let's see, can I get it high enough and not burn myself? Probably not. So, I'm going to pour this directly in here. Try not to get all the browns. There's some brown in there, but there we go. And then you have your bacon fat right here. Now the brown will go to the bottom. And then obviously I'm going to try to, you can kind of see some of the leftover brown in the pan. But even if it gets in there, it's not the burnt stuff that you get like when you're using a skillet. So huge fan of this little device. Not super cheap at Walmart. And I use it all the time. The only other, like one of those as seen on TV things that I use more, well, said I was gonna, broke out the Showtime rotisserie machine. I'm actually cleaning it up and getting it ready for the chicken. I'm actually doing 2 chickens because, yeah, I got 2 things of bacon fat. By no means will this be a healthy chicken. Train derailed, no survivors. Yeah, so I have to melt this down. I'm actually Googling on how to do it. I assume I would just do it in the microwave because that's how I got the bacon fat into here. So, but when I'm on the next step, I'll let you know. Oh yeah, I have to prepare the chickens as well. I got 2 chickens, and this is a process because I got the worst thing about chickens is you have to tie the chickens because you can't have the legs flapping around in the in the rotisserie. But first you got to tie it, and then you got to stab it. But I will hopefully get more stuff going on over here. There's a lot more room on this side. Normally I actually use the rotisserie machine right where my GoPro, or not GoPro, my selfie stick stand is sitting right now. But I want to do it closer to the sink, try something different, see if, because I drip a lot when you're carrying a chicken full of liquid. Anyways, so, alright, I'm going to prepare more stuff and then bring you guys back. So I got the chicken tied. So tying chickens by yourself, not the easiest task. But here's what I got so far. I just want to bring it up. So I got 2 chickens tied up. I always put a little extra tie around the legs so that way, in case so when you cook chicken, obviously they're going to shrink. So the tie that you put on it, if you're using the twine ties, twine, I think what it is. Yep. If you're using the kitchen twine, it doesn't shrink with the chicken whenever it cooks. So if it shrinks too much, if there's too much fat in the chicken and it shrinks, then the twine is gonna get loose and the legs or wings could actually start flapping around. So I always put an extra tie around the legs to hopefully prevent that if the twine does let go. If you use the stretchy, they make like an elastic one that you twist, turn. I don't use it because I couldn't find the right size for the size chickens that I was doing. So if anybody watching this knows where I can get this stretchy, already, they're like the stretchy If you know what I'm talking about, then you know the name and you know exactly where I can get it. Put it in the comments below. Thank you. This is my food injector. It comes with two different size needles. This one here is the one that I actually use. This is the bigger one that I use whenever I'm using like a balsamic vinaigrette or Italian dressing, because there's the clumps get stuck inside of it, and that's not even it's just the best I could find. And then this one here is a smaller hole because I'm only using bacon fat. When I inject the bacon fat, one thing that I like to point out is that as I'm injecting it, I always do the top chicken first and then go down, so that way if anything, because I'm punching holes in the meat, if it gets overly juicy, it'll roll down, it'll actually hit the bird below it, so you're not really wasting too much. So anyways, I'm going to, let's see if I can figure out a way to get you guys to see this. And there we go. Yeah, this will be about as best as I can get it. So, all right. So I'm going to get some bacon fat. Pretty much I'm doing 1 pack of bacon fat per bird. Well, that didn't work. So no. All this hard work and it might not even work. Why? Okay, that's better. Make sure your needle's on tight, otherwise it'll just suck a bunch of air. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna do the back side first, just so I can, yeah, back side first. So I'm gonna punch it in there, squeeze it just a little bit, punch it in, squeeze it. Definitely got to get the meat. All right, now I'm gonna have to come to the front a little bit. All right. Now I'm rotating so that way I don't, sorry guys, I have to make sure I get the bird right. I usually don't put injections into the wings on the front because they're so small. I really wouldn't get much out of it anyways. So. Anyways. Now that my first chicken is done, I just injected the bacon fat directly into the chicken meat. I'm going to work on the second one and then toss it in the rotisserie. So that's exactly what I was talking about here. I'm gonna see if I can get it done. I don't know if you can tell, see how it's running out now a little bit, just a little bit, but it's getting on the other bird, which means nothing's going to waste. I'm actually going to save a little bit of the second thing of bacon fat and just kind of put a nice little bacon coat around the skin too. I just finished injecting all of the bacon fat into the bird, and now I broke out the little baster, I mean, that's what this is called, and basted the chicken skin. Oh yeah, in bacon fat, and then I put a little bit of some garlic powder and some Montreal chicken seasoning on the skin. I'm a huge fan of the Montreal brand. I don't do a whole lot whenever I'm making steak. I like my steak as pure meat as possible. Rare to medium rare, preferably like on rare, both a touch of medium rare. But if I do choose a season, is the only thing I like to put on my stuff is the Montreal steak. Little known fact about this guy, I don't like adding salt unless salt is in something like a Tony Chachere's. I'll use Tony Chachere's, which has salt in it. But I'm not a fan of actually adding salt to what I cook with. If it has a sodium content already into it, cool. I don't dislike salt. I just don't like adding salt to my cooking. I will always find a different version of the salt, not just a plain salt. And I never do. I can't remember. I don't think I've actually ever done it. Maybe I have, but I don't think I have. Pepper, love pepper. Like the different seasoned salts that are out there, I will use those, but just a plain salt, if it calls for it, I don't use it. It's just not in my cards. So anyways, I will rotate this around for you so you can see. I put some of the seasoning on there. Got the 2 chickens going. I made one hell of a mess. There's stuff everywhere. It's going to take me forever to clean it. Luckily, these things take forever. So it's for this rotisserie machine, it is approximately 15 minutes per pound. I have 2 birds, so that are about 5.5 pounds each. So let's say 11 pounds total at 15. So it's going to be a lot. So it's like 160 minutes, I think. Yeah, 160 minutes. So that's 2 hours. Now remember, that's 2 hours for plain birds. I've actually injected a liquid into these, so it could potentially cause it to take a little bit longer. You want to check your meat. I think it's 170 degrees. $165 degrees to completion. So you got to make sure that you're checking it. So I will put this in for 2 hours. At a base minimum, it'll be in there for 2 hours. As soon as I get it loaded and everything, I'll switch the video back on to kind of give you an idea of what it looks like as it's rotating. Thank you. So I got the bird loaded into the rotisserie. I haven't turned it on yet. One of the cool things I really do like about this particular rotisserie machine is it doesn't have one of those child safety doors on it, and it's really nice so that way you can actually open the door while it's still cooking. The door itself only really serves as a like a protective means between you and the bird and while it's cooking. The birds do spatter a lot. You'll have to clean the inside of the glass out of this, but I'm going to get ready and turn this around so that we can see. So one of the cool things is it's an analog dial. I really like that. It's kind of loud once it gets going, so that's good. But yeah, it's an analog dial. I was reading a lot of stuff about the digital ones. Apparently the digital ones had some issues, but so this is it. This is the rotisserie. It's going. Got the drip tray at the bottom. And then the heating elements all the way in the back. Do lots of different things in here. Notice the different holes in the gears. You can actually do like a shish kebabs or whatever. You can skewers. That's the word I was looking for. Skewers. So, and then the lid. Everything in here comes out except for the heating element. And that's it with the door on. There it goes. All right, I'll take some more periodic videos as this is going through, some updates maybe, I don't know, or I'm gonna get lost in video games and hear this thing ding and be like, oh, it's done. So anyways, thanks for watching. So as predicted, I got wrapped up in video games and of course forgot to do a couple extra little videos of the progress, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you where we are now. It's only got a few minutes left. And as you can see, it is absolutely beautiful. Oh man, look at the nice brown and the chicken. Oh, it's so good. Here, I'm gonna open this up a little bit. Maybe we can get a little bit closer. actually, there we go. Just try not to get too close. Don't want to get hot, but didn't want to get the reflection of the glass. But isn't that beautiful? That is just gorgeous. Oh. So yeah, it's just about done. As soon as it's actually done, I'm gonna check the temperature of it here in a little bit, and then put it in for as long as I need to finish it up. But that is the rotisserie. Hopefully, let's go back over here. Oh, it looks so good. Oh, can't wait to eat that. It's really hot. Okay. Yes. The chicken is done. The temperature turned out, I ended up having to do a total of 3 hours. The temperature in the chicken was about 175-ish is what I got the internal temperature to, and that was for the most part. But let's see if we can get there we go. There they are. Oh, they're so beautiful. Nice and done. The thighs, they turned out didn't loosen up too much this time, so the chicken did not shrink as much as I thought it was going to. So all in all, it turned out to be quite fantastic. Let's see, take a little piece here. It's still really hot, so I'm gonna give the chicken time. But I got a little bit of meat where I inject it. You can see the holes where you inject it, and then skin. Oh, that heel of bacon is perfect. I highly recommend this. It is wonderful. And on a last note, I've probably mentioned this in a video before, but I like to reiterate because some people just don't pay attention. The rotisserie machine, this bad boy right here. Great purchase. I make a lot of chickens. I originally bought it to save money. It does not save money. You can buy a chicken for $4.99 at Walmart or Costco. A cooked chicken, a rotisserie chicken, $4.99. They only have a couple flavors. To buy a raw chicken, it's about $5, $5.15. So if you want an at-home rotisserie, it does not save money, but it does give you the ability to put your own flavor, do it at home, eat it fresh, do it yourself. But there is no saving money in the scheme of a rotisserie. At least not the one that I bought, and I really enjoy the one I have. I've had it for a few years, never had a single issue. It's been great. Anyways, I'm gonna start cutting this chicken up. So hope y'all enjoyed. Hope you learned something. If you guys have your own rotisserie recipes that you enjoy, go ahead and put them in the comments. I'll love to try it out and maybe even make a video on it. Thank you.